Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of our vlog. This is REIal Talk with real estate investors. I'm Chris Sanino. I'm joined today by Mark Woodring, our investor sales extraordinaire. Right? Today we're going to be talking about, we picked up a couple properties that we're just going to kind of review. So we're going to be talking about past property overview and performance, some projections that we made when we package deals, and then kind of the real data of how they're performing now a year or 2 years later.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I know that when we speak to investors, some of the things that they want to know are what are some of our past performers.
Right.
So they want to hear the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Right.
And I'm sure with almost any company out there, including ours, there are going to be some of those. Some that were short predictions, so that are big wins for the investors. And we will definitely talk about those.
Yeah.
And then, of course, there'll be ones that maybe started off a little rough, and we'll probably talk to, maybe what were some of the issues as to why that was and how sticking with it and persevering has paid off for some of our investors.
Absolutely. Yeah. So we picked 4 properties. 3 of them are single family homes in differing markets. I think there's the 3 single family homes are all in Dayton, but they're in different areas of Dayton. And then we picked a multifamily. It's about 25, 30 minutes down the road. It's in Monroe, right? And some of them are slam dunks. Some of them were easy peasy, just cake. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Some of them were a struggle. Tenants coming out of COVID and different situations, rehab issues, vandalism issues. So they're a bit of a painful beginning for our investors.
Sure.
But now, a year and a half, 2 years down the road, they're doing very well, and they're actually exceeding expectations on rent comp values and things like that. So we'll kind of get into the nitty gritty of those during the podcast. But one thing that you had mentioned that we're definitely going to hit on is forecasting.
Yeah.
It's kind of a shot in the dark science, a best guess estimate of what the market's going to do at any given moment. And a lot of times, we talked before coming in this podcast, in this the studio today, that we sometimes project that like 2 or 3 months before the sale, before the property even gets listed for sale. And even in 2 or 3 months, a lot can change with values and rent comps and all of the things that go into that. So I'm sure you're going to talk a lot more about that.
Oh, absolutely.
I already see you got a pro forma in front of us.
Yeah. Absolutely. Just, reviewing some of the numbers that we have to look at. So you're right. Not only predicting what we think that the value of the property is going to be, and of course nobody has the crystal ball, but looking at market trends.
Right.
But you're right, getting into, busier times of the season, those numbers can change month to month. A lot of the areas that we're buying in are hot zones as well. And so there could be, 10 properties that sell by the time we put one under contract. And so there's a lot of variables. And so.
Right. Absolutely. Well, that's kind of the quick nit and gritty of what our soon-to-be podcast is going to be about. So I thank you for guys coming out and watching vlog number 66. Wow, I can't believe
that's a lot, right?
That's a lot, yeah. We like to end these things by saying invest smart.
And live happy.
Take care.
Take care, thanks.
Nothing on this show should be considered specific personal or professional advice. Please consult an appropriate tax, legal, real estate, financial, or business professional for individualized advice. Opinions and information on this show are not guaranteed. All investment strategies have the potential for profit or loss.